I don't advise playing fetch with these dogs, unless you're using grenades.
Of course, when you're fighting big monsters, it wouldn't be complete without a quick time event. And our game is no different. So if I beat up the werewolf and take him down to a point where he's weak, I can finish him off.
Damn, I knew you hated dogs, but that was a little over the top.
Nice little bloody splat on the screen. Looks cool.
I love the narrator.
The narrator is actually the mayor of the town. He's very funny.
So that's the descendant of Bill Hickok?
Yeah, that's him. Apparently he's been hiding somewhere in the American Southwest making holes in the ground.
Okay, that's good. You don't have to spit down his neck again.
Lots of visceral, gory, bloody action. And the thing is, as developers, we're never satisfied with the blood. We want more and more. We want this thing to be as gross and nasty as we can possibly make it.
Well, honestly, if anyone's ever seen a Grindhouse film, they know that this is about it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing too. We're very influenced by the Grindhouse films. Of course, there's a lot of modern Grindhouse films. The stuff that Tarantino and Rodriguez have been doing recently with the movie Grindhouse, Planet Terror, and some of those movies, or Planet Terror and
Death Trap?
Death Trap. Death Proof.
Death Proof, that's right.
Yeah.
Death something.
It's always easy until you're on a camera. It was a great movie. Yeah.
That was.
But then at the same time, too, we've been going back and checking out all the old classics, too, that we were influenced by growing up. We're trying to get as much of that built in. This is a quick time event. All right, right now this is work in progress. But the idea here is it's more of a, just to demonstrate that our goal for the game is to make it so that there are quick time events where when the slasher comes in and chooses to go after one of the hunters, all the other hunters have to get involved and get the right combinations of buttons and attacks in sync so that they can stop this guy before he actually kills our comrade.
Nice.
Now for the demo, we wanted to actually show it off and talk a little bit about it. That's why it's pretty long. It'll need balancing and timing issues.
I thought I was going to have to send more fools in there.
Noted. It'll be shinier and easy.
Yes. But the idea is that that's actually an industry first, as far as we know, that it's a multiplayer coordinated QuickTime event. So if you're playing single player, it'll be much like the other QuickTime events where, in God of War even, where you're pressing multiple buttons to achieve a pretty cool animation. But if you've got multiple players, we have multiple animations syncing up at the same time. It's really interesting and really powerful.
That is cool.
They float like butterflies, but sting like a son of a bitch.
Of course, no monster hunting game would be complete without ghosts.
I guess even dumb monsters can get lucky.
So does the game take place all in the mine?
Right. The idea is that with Molino, you know, when the miners were digging, they went too deep. And of course, they unearthed all of these horrific creatures, which are now coming back and haunting them and taking down their town. So what you're doing is progressing deeper and deeper into the mine to get to the core of where the problem is and try to stop it.
You're like a surgeon.
This whole town of Molino is built within this chasm. And the cool thing is that you're progressing down deeper and deeper, and you can see the other levels that you're going to as you're moving down. So you see below here, we have other places that eventually we'll visit.
It's cool.
Hey, look at that. That's my weapon store. Take the money I'm paying you and buy some weapons off of me.
Now before you go to the store, I just wanted to touch on something that for the demo, the entire demo takes place in one section of Molino. It's the upper tier, the upper portion, residential area, some commercial stuff. You can kind of see some of the stores and whatnot that we're showing off. But the entire game will be across a bunch of different environments. It won't be just mines and caves and the town. We're looking at all kinds of options right now. Shall I go in?
All right, go for it.
Want to talk a little bit about it?
So right now, some of the options that are available to you in the store, we have a shared money pool that we can use to purchase upgrades for our weapons. So Dave can go ahead and cycle back and forth between all the weapons that he has available currently in his inventory. And then the goal eventually will be to buy new weapons also with this system. But he can upgrade damage, rate of fire, energy, and then even unique upgrades. So in some cases for the stake gun, you can upgrade to use silver stakes, wooden stakes, and incendiary stakes. So the idea is that, here we go, fire, silver, and wood. And so as you're playing through the game, you're constantly making your weapons more and more powerful, and you're earning new weapons along the way.
I think I spent all I could.
All right, cool.
Hope you like your new gear.
And then there's an
I
immediate
think they
gameplay
work.
effect when you actually upgrade your weapon. So the idea is that now that he has upgrades to his weapons, now they become more powerful, they shoot faster, they hold more ammunition.
They sound like they pack more punch.
And they sound like they pack more punch.
Yeah, that's the weapon that I upgraded.
This here's where we build our worker units. The secret to Molina's success. Constructed from discarded bits from the local prison.
I see we've hit the Frankenstein monster.
These fellas can move.
So Hickok and his people have actually created these to be workers in the town, but now that the evil is spreading through the town, they're actually being taken over and they're becoming an enemy.
Necromancy would be a good economic move.
Absolutely. Cheap labor.
That's right.
There's lots of spare parts lying around for you to use.
And in a way, nobody could ever retire.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
Oh, he blew a fuse.
Of course, he's no match for the developers, so we take him down quickly. When we make this game, we have a lot of fun. We try to think of everything cool and fun that we ourselves would want to play in a monster hunting game, and that's the kind of stuff we put in. There's a lot of energy at the studio. There's a lot of people who believe in this, who love it, who are putting a lot of effort in making sure this is a really cool game. I have another cinema here for you.
Looky what we have here. Looks like half the village people and a couple of strippers. Now, I suppose you'll be wanting me to open the gate. It's your funeral. Give me a minute. The hydraulics got blown when that Frank got all batshit crazy last week. So now I gotta open it manually. If I had a nickel for every time those damn Franks went haywire, I'd have enough money to retire and get the fuck out of this dump. If you get into trouble down there, and you will, don't expect me to come and run it. I appreciate you trying to help and all, but you ask me, somebody needs help and it puts me in danger? Fuck it. My motto is never help somebody else when you can help yourself.
That was beautiful.
It looked like the guard spoke a little too soon, so I got to go help him.
That's actually a great example of our innocent system. Throughout the game, you're going to be given the opportunity to save, rescue, deal with the bad guys, or even with characters in the game, and you can choose to save them. And if you do choose to save them, you'll be rewarded with experience bonus, and maybe they'll be helping you out later on in the game. If you choose to let them die, there's a great fatality, and they get ripped to shreds, and you get to watch the werewolves, gut them.
Is it sometimes helpful if you let them die?
Say that again?
Way to put a dog down.
Is it sometimes helpful to let these characters die that you have that option for?
Yep.
Actually, to our viewers, we actually have a bug right now that adds an extra player through level progression. So Dave's going to actually control two characters, so you can see just
Look at these grinding machines.
That's right. That's just how badass we are. That's just how we roll.
All right, go for it, Dave.
So remember, as you play this game, you can too beat it with two controllers at once.
That's right.
And I just happen to be playing both of them equally.
On the ground, and then the idea is there's a lot of hazards and things built in. A lot of this is just for the entertainment of the gamer, but you can actually knock the monsters and grind them off with the grinders, pin them up against the spikes, and just have a good time. There's no reason to be kind to monsters because they're not going to be kind to you.
That sounds